has millions of dollars in the bank for his political run. In my opinion, the GOP in Cali doesn't back a candidate without quid pro quo. For these reasons, and the fact I do my best to be real and my authentic self, I have been asked several times by very kind folks to run for governor of California. I've consistently said I would not run while there was still election fraud, and as candidates are selected, they are not elected. I have said it would be crazy because I would be the anti-politician. Politics disgust me. I have said that it would subject myself, my wife, and my family to a litany of hate, more than any California candidate in history has ever seen. And it's frightening, frankly. It's also a concern because the Southern Poverty Law Center has listed my organizations, Freedom in Action, the Truth Tour, and of course, Screw Big Gov, in California as the #1 target on their hate map. All because I expose truths and ask questions. They are formidable, I must admit, as they have a bank account of $500 million. That's right, with a B, standing by to target me and others like me. For these reasons alone, it would be crazy for me to announce a run for office. However, backing down is exactly what the parasite controllers would expect. They win through threats and intimidation. Therefore, with deep thought, conversations with my wife, and most of our family, and a whole lot of prayer and self-reflection, we have decided to step up, stand in the gap, and lead by example. Therefore, on this day, June 2nd, 2025, I am announcing my candidacy for governor of the great state of California. Yes, I'm getting emotional because I'll tell you what, we have lived within an illusion. I have no illusion. I know I am not the front runner. In fact, I know I will be considered an underdog. It's okay, because historically in sports, I was often picked last when selected for pickup football or baseball. And then next, they always pick me first because they witnessed my performance. I proved myself. I enjoy the challenge of being the underdog, and I love true triumph, but I also understand it includes adversity. In California, we have what is called a jungle primary, meaning party doesn't matter, as only the top 2 vote getters move to the general election. I'm running as an independent conservative with the intent to expose the parasitic controllers that run California through their coercion, trafficking, and election process. It's outright deceit. This is not limited to the Democrat Party of Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, and Maxine Waters. It also includes the parasitic Republicans that pretend to be your allies while they stab we the people in the back time and time again, all for some sick need to control us and line their pockets with millions of dollars. Let me give the haters right now a little bit of ammunition to start with. I was a latchkey kid. And yes, I lived in 30 different homes by the time I was 30 years of age. I was an intentional college dropout, just squeaking by out of high school. Although I feel like I was fairly intelligent. I believe applied knowledge is at times better than book knowledge. Does that make me dumb? No, I don't think so. I just chose what I felt was a better path for me. Unfortunately, for many, this will disqualify me as a viable candidate, as we have somehow been conditioned that smart ideas and common sense can only be achieved through a college education. Somehow, we are deemed unworthy if we have exited the accepted system. It is sad, as many great men were only high school educated. I'm highly educated, actually. I am self-taught, and I am a proven track record of performing at the top level of many companies. I've been hired by the best and brightest to be a troubleshooter, and I've been successful at it. I pride myself on seeing an issue and coming up with a solution. At times, it is unconventional, but it is very effective. I thrive on listening to we the people, as I know that with God's guidance, we truly do hold the power. So my promise to you is that I will tackle the hardest issue head on and fight the brightest minds and find the brightest minds to solve these problems. I will not play the primary game as most politicians do, where I'll be right-wing conservative to capture the primary vote and then turn my back on my base because I'm going to kowtow to the left. to garner more votes. Those are games, right? And then, of course, they do jack crap for what they promised. I am flawed, as all men are. But if I screw up, I will own it rather than cover it up. My guarantee to you, I will not be convinced by anyone to turn my back on we the people. I will not be paid off for political favor. Baddies, don't even waste your time because I will expose you to the world within 24 hours, just like I did when a corrupt FBI showed up at my door to intimidate my family. I understand it is important not to be right, but to get it right. If I suggest a policy and it is flawed, I will fix it or I will cut bait from it. There is no time for ego when saving California. I have zero tolerance for those that physically attack our civil servants. In addition, I will hold accountable our civil servants when they act like Nazi brown shirts, because they must remember they work for we the people. See, accountability goes both ways. It's not one-sided. The parasitic control operation wants you to think it's one-sided. It's either left or right. It's not that way. We will take a hard look at things like common law as their founding fathers have laid it out throughout the Constitution. We will also explore things that you may think are wacky, like UFO, UAP, and the alien question. Why not? Why would we avoid this? As well as many, many other questions and concerns. I have no expectation of immediate support, but I am ready and willing to earn it. I get it. We have been conditioned to behave as the parasitic political class has demanded. I only ask that you open your minds to the fact that things may not be what they seem. And if we continue to do what we've done, guess what? We'll get what we've got. Somewhere inside of you, you must know that something is not right. I also believe that over the next few months, many of us will have a massive paradigm shift and realize, whether you support me or not, that we have been lied to on the highest levels and intentionally pitted against each other so the parasites can maintain control. It hasn't been about we the people for several decades. Those things are changing. We are entering an era where people will realize this and they will start to ask legitimate questions. Many that are opposed for trivial political reasons. But guess what? They will unite when realizing these simple truths. There is a movement of great people from all walks of life that are coming to take our state back. There are not D's or R's, blues or reds, blacks or whites. There are beautiful, red-blooded Californians that dream of a future with a thriving economy, safe neighborhoods, elimination of lawfare, a level playing field, clean air, healthy, uncorrupted food, access to care that treats and prevents health issues instead of causing them, and a place where neighbors are neighbors once again, where children can play without risk of being harmed. These things are possible, and they are on the horizon. But you first must be willing to open your mind, then ask questions about the status quo. Step up in your community, connect with people, laugh, cry, and pray for a greater tomorrow. Interesting enough, many of us are fighting for the ones that actually despise us. The time is now for unity. Republican, Democrat, it should really be inconsequential because it should be for the betterment of California. Do not mistake unity as unifying with the parasites. We won't do that. No, no, no. That evil will be exposed and eliminated. Unity is for people of goodness and great intentions. This is about we the people. We are rising to reclaim our state and permanently eliminate the parasites that have held us down, poisoned us, stole our money, sullied our soil, pitted us against each other, and raped our children. Yes, we have to call it like it is. Their time is coming. And this is truly biblical. You can partake in this great transition, or you can sit on your ass and observe it. It's totally your call. Now, while wearing my rose-colored glasses, I would envision that you would rather stand on your feet than cower to your knees. You would say no to tyranny and yes to a better tomorrow. And your legacy will be one of courage in the face of adversity. We, the people, do hold the power. The parasite's greatest fear is that we unite. Now, I don't have all the answers to our problems, yet I assure you that no one, and I mean no one, will work more tirelessly than my team to find real world solutions. I personally will scour the planet for what works, research and interview those that have proven results. It doesn't have to be my idea, it just needs to be effective. The 2026 gubernatorial race is our battleground. There is a new day coming, and as your We the People guy, I hope to be a real catalyst for change. I only ask that you give me an opportunity to earn your support. I thank you for your prayers. Now for the yucky part. Our campaign will go against those with massive bank accounts. So if you do find it in your heart to give us a puncher's chance, please consider donating to the cause. The link should be below. If not, you can go to screwbiggov.com and I'm sure you can find a link there. I promise I will give it my all. We've got this. Why? Because God's got us. Thank you.
And there you have it, friends. The big announcement. Wow. How many were expecting that out of Lewis today? He's going to run for governor of California. It's going to be interesting to watch as he moves forward in this. Number one, putting together a team. That's going to be part one. Part two is there's going to be a lot of education needed. And there are a lot of issues. Remember, California is not a small state. It's 40 million people. It's larger, in fact, than all of Canada. That's how big this state is. So it's going to take a lot because there's a lot of issues here. A lot of things need to be solved. There are a lot of things that are way off the rails. And, he's going to need a lot of support and have a really good, strong team around him. So, this first part of the campaign is going to be about educating him, getting educated on all the different issues, because that's what happens when you step out on the campaign trail. They start to ask you, about this issue and that issue, and certainly during the debates, you just never know, what kind of topics are going to come up. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to pay attention. You guys will pay attention. I know a lot of you are not in California. However, like I said, it takes one to step up and lead, and the others can follow and learn from it. And there are things we'll learn through this whole process. Today is Lewis's birthday. I know he did not mention that, but it is his birthday today. Wish him a happy birthday if you can. And, he's decided to do this. Is a big decision on his part. And, he's going to need a lot of support. So anything that you guys have, even if you're seeing things in your state that really do work, send it our way. And we'll make sure Lewis gets his hands on it as well, because that's the way you succeed. It's supposed to be that all the states do things the way they want to do them. And what ends up happening is we find the things that work, and then the other states can start to adopt them. It's kind of gone the other way, right? We found things that don't work, and all the states are kind of doing the same thing because it's all coming from the federal level. That's got to change. And I think that, we have this opportunity, this window that's open to be able to do that. So it's exciting. It's something new. It's something different. He's biting off a big chunk right now. And, he's going to need a ton of support to be able to push this forward. And, truthfully, it's going to make an impact. Whether or not he ends up ultimately winning really is kind of secondary in my mind, because I think he's good, getting the message out, getting the word out, exposing a lot of the corruption that's there. It's going to wake a lot of people up, and things will change just based on that alone. So it's a win no matter which way you look at it. It's a win. What do you guys think? Love to hear your comments on that, and so much more. All right. With that, I've got to jump. I've got another appointment waiting for me, and I will be back today at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, with a little bit more for you on all of this and what's going on with our world, and how are we reacting to it. Stay tuned. Good stuff coming. Thanks, everyone.